guys, welcome back to my channel. If you want to see how I got this look, please keep watching. So halfway through the video, it's kind of cut to where you can only see my eyes, and thank God it's to the point where I'm doing my eyes, so I mean, you still get the point, but stay tuned and keep on watching if you want to learn how to get this mediocre makeup look. So let's get started. I'm going to be using the Master Prime. Get a little bit, work it into the skin, and then just kind of pat it all over. Oh, I also forgot to say one thing, and I'm going to do that really quick. If you have a nose ring, I see so many YouTubers out there that just put it on over their nose ring. It gets disgusting, and studs are almost impossible to clean. So just do yourself a favor. I know sometimes it's harder to get it out because it's kind of like healed around your nose, but take it out. So I'm just gonna rub it into the skin. It's making me look really pink. I have horrible acne right now, so please don't mind me. God, my makeup is so ghetto. I'm so sorry you're gonna see this. I made a really big change this year, and I decided to move 2.5 hours away from my family, 2 states away with my boyfriend, and it has been eventful, to say the very least. I'm like digging because I'm out. So just kind of, you know, give yourself a nice little look. And yeah, I'm gonna just blend it out a little bit. When I go in first, I really like to use a beauty blender. I know a lot of people like brushes, but I can never get it to like look snatched like some people, but I can always get it, and I don't have to stress about it with a beauty blender. I'm gonna take this Age Rewind by Maybelline, and as you can see, the thing broke off, so I kind of just put it on my finger. Don't mind me, sis. And then I'm just gonna like put this on both sides and around the nose. We're just gonna pat that in. If you have like a nose piercing, it can look kind of crazy at first just because you have a giant hole in your nose, but I promise once you put the jewelry back in, it all works out. Okay, look how disgusting that is. Do you see that? Becca. Never mind.
Please sponsor me.
This foundation, it's the Becca Aqua Luminous Perfecting Foundation in the shade Fair. A whole bunch of Becca products when I went in there for so cheap. This foundation I think is $38, I want to say. It was $12. 12. Your girl saved some coin by doing that, which is really great when you're poor, like me. I really like this foundation. I like being dewy. I don't like being matte because I have dry skin. I kind of just like put it on my hand and start to blend it with the beauty blender. And depending on what kind of coverage I want, I'll do it a couple times. Like right now, my skin is preposterous, so it needs to be covered. I don't know if it's the fucking air or the water here, but every time I go back to Virginia to visit my family and I like shower there and wash my face there, it like instantly clears up. But whenever I come back here, for some reason my skin's just like no. And also I blended down my neck because nobody likes that line of demarcation, and I was very, very guilty of this in middle school. I would literally do my entire face. I would put so much like color powder all over. And I would go to school and I thought I looked like hot shit. I thought I was like the most beautiful, and my face was orange and my neck was paper white. It was a really good look for me at the time. It was iconic, honestly. And then, I mean, I don't know, like the coverage, I wish I had a foundation that was a little more like full coverage right now, but we're working with what we got. I'm gonna go back in with the Shape Tape, and like I said, I'm running out, so I've kind of been using 2 concealers at the moment. So I'll go in with what little Shape Tape I have left. Let's talk. Like, what's the tea, sis? What do we got going on today? Are you guys having a good day? I really hope you are, because I'm not. Also gonna take this Age Rewind. I really like the Age Rewind just because like this concealer is like, it's pretty cheap, but it's got good coverage, and their shade range is phenomenal because they do have different shades with different undertones. Like, how do you know if you're warm or if you're neutral or cool? Like, I didn't know, and so I would always show up. I would either look really pink or I would look yellow. So I've come to learn that I'm definitely more of a neutral girl, and you know, that's great. I'm happy about it. I'm thriving. But before, I was a little confused. I'm looking a mess right now, I'll tell you that, but we're gonna fix it, I promise. And normally I would like pat this in with the little buffer thing that comes on it, you know what I'm talking about? We don't got that today, sis. It's gonna look super duper white, but it's all gonna balance out in the end, so don't worry. I'm really just trying to get a solid base and cover up all my acne because it's disgusting. I'm really getting it together, guys. Like, I'm coming up in life. I'm doing big things. Blending, blending, blending everywhere. I'm gonna be very careful about the placement here. And, I know it's gonna look crazy, but once I put the other highlight on, it'll look normal. It's a little too dark for me right now, but, you know, like I said, working with what we got, sis. I'm just gonna kind of blend that out. But I definitely think it's a good idea to do all of your liquids first. Beautiful. So the next product I have is the Airspun loose face powder, and if you can't afford Laura Mercier or Cover FX like me, you're gonna love this stuff. So I have it in Naturally Neutral, and they also have a translucent one, but I didn't really feel like doing that just because it's a little aggressive in my opinion. So I like to take like this much on my beauty blender, damp, not wet, not dry, damp, because you want to be able to push it into the skin. And I just like to kind of pat it over, and we got to be really careful, see, because the highlight is like right here. So I really like to get like right above it so I don't fuck it up with the powder. And then we're gonna powder the shit out of our nose, because if we're contouring, which I'm gonna attempt to do today, like, you need that base, you really do, or else you're canceled and it ends up looking like shit. I used to get made fun of so bad for my nose contour, especially when I went to beauty school, because I didn't know what I was doing. Probably gonna get Botox before I hit 25, but it's fine. It's fine. We all have our struggles. So after that, I just kind of like to take like a little, just whatever brush that you don't really use for anything else. And I just kind of like to swipe it over everything else I've done, just because it really makes sure that the powder is in place and you're not going to look wonky. And it doesn't, like, I don't like to bake my whole face though, because that makes me look super dry, and I don't have setting spray right now to kind of like make it look more vibrant, if you will. So I'm just gonna put that all over. Yes. My legs are falling asleep. Can you guys still see me? I feel like you can't. I'm gonna do my brows. So brows are taken care of. So now I'm just gonna wipe all this powder away. And this powder is okay. Honestly, I find that, like, it's not the greatest, but I have had far worse. And it doesn't really give you flashback, which is also nice, because no one wants to look like Sister Flashback Mary. It's not a good look. Okay. But anyways, I'm going to take some bronzer. It's Too Faced. This is the, I think this is the Milk Chocolate Soleil. I think I bought this because I was really excited that it was like a lighter shade, and it was more of like a cool tone. Oh, and this is the Morphe, this is the Morphe brush. I have a whole set of Morphe brushes that I got when I went to IBS like 2 years ago, I think. And it came in this really cool little case, and they're literally all worn down. Like, it doesn't even say Morphe anymore, but I'm just letting you know. I really was hesitant because I freaking love watching makeup tutorials, okay? I live for it. But the beauty community, they're really aggressive, guys, and I wasn't about to be like, makeup channel, hi, welcome to my channel. I don't like it. Like, I really enjoy watching Tarte still, and Jeffree, like, Jeffree's funny as hell. He's real. He's a real one. And that's what I like to see. That's what I feel like we all like to see. But I feel like lately, like, it's all like my truth, and we don't need to know your truth. Why do I sound like a 10-year-old boy that's going through puberty? Okay, so next we have the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I really like using these two, and then sometimes if I'm feeling extra, also I dropped it. I don't know if you can see that, but it's really... And what I like to do is I kind of just like to suck in my cheeks. And I like to kind of keep a reference to like keep it on this side of my face, just because I feel like if I drag it down too far, it looks like I have 5 o'clock shadow or like weird facial hair that I don't have. And then, you know what, just we'll do a little dab of the middle shade just to bring in some dimension, you know. I don't know how this is showing up on camera. It looks okay on me, but like I feel like I look insane right now. So then we're gonna go and dip back into this Airspun powder. And this is where I like to take the flat side of my beauty blender. It's not a beauty blender, it's a Real Techniques. I'm sorry. Don't come for me, but I like to take the flat side. And just drag it down. And then like you kind of have to take a step back and look, because depending on what kind of look you're going for, like, because sometimes you want that Angelina Jolie, or sometimes you just want that clean cut. I feel like I'm about to shave or something. And then also, here's the real tea on my face. I get horrible smile lines now, and it's probably from juuling, and it's probably from not taking the best care of my skin. So I like to like extra set in here because it can look a little aggressive, I'm not gonna lie. And then just kind of where I overcompensated on the bronzer, I like to put it around there. Okay, so we're looking great. Next step. It's Becca blush in Flower Child. It's a really pretty color. It goes on really nice. I'm gonna take the same brush that I did my bronzer with and just go back in. And I like to put it kind of with my contour and a little bit on my cheeks afterwards. And I don't like to go too ham, just because when you have acne, I'm sorry, but you can spend all day like trying to cover up that red. People don't want to put it back on their face, but I'm telling you, like, learning that that was the way to make your makeup look a little more like normal and natural is a game changer. And just kind of blend it out so it doesn't look too intense. I mean, it kind of does, but next we're gonna highlight Physicians Formula. I don't know which one this is. It's Translucent Pearl. I'm just gonna take this highlighter and yeah. So we'll take this and apply it. I don't know if my camera is that good of quality for you to pick that up, but that was a little much, sis. Okay. And I like to kind of bring it up around my brow too, just because why not? I'm gonna use this brush. This is another Morphe one, and it's an eyeshadow brush, but I like that it has kind of like a soft line. I don't like a harsh nose contour. I look like a drag queen. I know this looks crazy right now, but it's gonna come out, guys. I promise. I've done this like 2 times. So yeah, see, like, we're mellowed out, we're vibing. That sounded ridiculous. I'm editing that out, and if I don't, then I'm sorry. Please unsubscribe. I have like 2 subscribers right now. Hashtag YouTube famous. So this is where the fun part comes in. I'm gonna take this brush again, and I'm literally gonna wipe it off of my sweatshirt because I'm disgusting. And I go back into the baking powder, and I go back down the middle. Just a little bit, you know? Great. So we're gonna let that sit. And then I'm gonna brush away this bake. And I like to brush it away with the brush that I did my contour with, and let me tell you why. Because it looks very stark. And I like to be able to blend that out. But next we're gonna go into the eyeshadow, and I have the Tartlette original palette. So I'm gonna go in first with this shade Force of Nature. And I'm just gonna take this big fluffy brush that is an e.l.f. Flawless concealer brush. I'm using it as a big blending brush because, like I said, balling on a budget. So we're just gonna take this and kind of blend it into the crease just to kind of define the shape, I guess. Legs fall asleep really quickly. So again, just the same thing here. And honestly, like, I know some people are super precise about their eyeshadow, and I probably should be too, but I don't like it. I'm gonna take this Real Techniques blending brush. It's kind of like denser. And I'm gonna take the Multitasker shade, which is the last one, the darkest brown. So anyways, I'm really excited to like put out content for you guys because I really want one of my videos to just like go viral, and then you guys be like, who's this chick? And then you'll kind of just see what it's about, you know? But I really want to do like a lot of cool like things you can do when you're broke but like you have some money, like, you know what I mean? Because I'm at that stage in my life where I'm about to do so many things. Like, I want to just conquer the world and take over, honestly, but I can't right now. But I'm really doing my damnedest to get where I want to be. And I feel like, you know, there's just certain things you have to acquire before you can take the next step. And it's really hard. I hate the feeling of waiting around for something to happen. And I'm not saying I'm waiting around, but it's just like that in-between stage. Like, I'm in the process of getting my first apartment with my boyfriend, and we're really excited, but like, we're just trying to save up as much money as we can. So right now it's just like going through the motions, saving up that money, and then like real life happens, you know, like one thing after another that kind of puts you out of focus on the big picture. And it's hard. YouTube is like gonna be really fun for me, and it's honestly like a really nice outlet. I like to get on here and like talk to you guys, even though like nobody watches my videos, but I really like to have an outlet where I can just kind of like do the things that I want to do and share them. And we're just gonna kind of sloppily blend that out to where we want it. So this is the L'Oreal Blackest Black liquid eyeliner, and I don't know which one it is, but it has cheetah print on it. Like, literally all my makeup, all of the labels are like rubbed off, and it's really gross, but you know what? That's real. That's real life. Don't try to act like it isn't. So I'm just gonna go with like a really basic line. Okay, ready? Here we go. I wanted to do makeup on this channel. I know I'm not, like, I want to include it, and hopefully like maybe you guys get some tips and tricks from me, but like, so I just kind of wanted to give you like my real take on makeup, because it's really fun to watch beauty gurus, but like, we don't have that. We're not them. We will probably never be them. Maybe I will be. I don't know. Anything's possible. Okay. So for mascara, the make or break. And I will say that I do enjoy wearing fake lashes, and I think it makes all the difference. But like, again, real life. Most people don't wear fake lashes every day. Newsflash. Go back to the Lash Sensational every time. I feel like it works really well. I also feel like this side always looks better than this side. And then I'm gonna take this Physicians Formula, and I'm just gonna put it on a little teeny tiny brush like this. It's another Morphe, and I'm gonna put it in the inner corners of my eyes. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. It's pretty simple. It should only take you about 20 minutes to do or so. I mean 20 to 30 depending on, you know, if you stay and bake or if you know, just keep going. But all in all, it's a pretty easy look to accomplish with, you know, pretty simple makeup that you can get at the drugstore or at Ulta or Sephora, wherever you will. But yeah, so I really hope you guys like this look and enjoy this video, and I will be back with you real soon to put out some new content. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your week or weekend, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye guys.